Town Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25. To the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 2nd-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Hey, Steelers.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Leo! Check, look, squeeze!
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They're going with Lindsey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down, Denver.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. First carry for Royce Freeman, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Let's get it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
80 weapons.
4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Right there. Down, baby.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, boy. Come on.
50.
You got me ready.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside from there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run on first down. It's Cook looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And it's caught. And he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down now, it's Cook looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Watch the out. Check 24. Check 24.
Gun.
Cousins on the keeper, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bailey's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, Everson Griffen.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Locke to throw. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working out of the gun, Cousins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up,
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
They can't hang with us.
3rd and long for Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
61, matchbox, light. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Go!
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rush in. Check.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Black. Get that ball. Hey, check.
Cousins now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Locke working out of the gun. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. The first play of the 2nd half, a big success, over 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the 44, Cousins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. To throw, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm on.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time.
As Sanders has it poked free, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That is caught at the 7. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Strip that ball.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here we go.
On third down, block. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
To Hunt.
52. Defense wins championships, baby. Joker, 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 Joker.
Quaker Omaha.
52's the mic, boys.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of... And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Here's a give to Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 52 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
A big loss on the play. Brings up fourth down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace? The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Cut. 20.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Ric Flair.
Now Goff on first down. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with
throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Try to get it to Woods. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
180.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
76. Tell him. 76.
To the air again. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
180. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Brown.
Give me some.
Goff throwing again. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0? And his first carry, he loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
He's going to fire one deep, middle, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job is to stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out.
They've got his man, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The sack by Margus Hunt.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Strong right.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs or putting together a team.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That's sacked by the DN, Denico Autry.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now gone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Malik Hooker on the coverage.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Zuerlein's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19. Yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
3 down. Brown right. Watch twitch.
Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Luck. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now Natson. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
We're good. We're good.
On first down, it's gone. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They run with Hines, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Luck now to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Rams on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Call. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
I know he ain't got it. Switch. On.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone. and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
16 yards, a first down. Now a first down throw. Lock. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Robert Woods, 40 yards. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10. 22-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Locke. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 44 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Another try after the first down sack. Luck. He's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Listen. 58, boy, 58. Hey, Zoo.
From the end zone, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half.